Yes, sir. What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy D Nolly, aka Don Squally, and today we are back at it with another GTA video. Now we're not really gonna call this one a build video, but we are gonna be building some cars. What I want to do today is basically run down and buy Franklin's garage where he can store a whole bunch of cars. Now, I basically just beat the last mission where you get a whole bunch of money, and I was watching a video online where you can basically kill Michael and then go back to his house and essentially steal the money from his vault with either Franklin or Trevor. But unfortunately, I didn't realize that was basically a PC hack that I wasn't able to do on the Xbox One. Oh snap, we're getting in accidents already. I think I just killed that guy. This woman doesn't seem to care, so that's all good. But essentially what I want to do is just run down and buy the garage where I can store all the cars and just run around the city buying up cars, taking them to the pay and spray, and souping them up and just building my inventory. As you can see, I'm getting quite a few phone calls and messages since I did recently, and basically in the last mission, right after or right before I'm filming this video, I just got all the money. That was actually a few days ago. I just haven't really played much since then. But I do have, let me see what we got here. $23 million. Now, I was playing this game on PS3, but I mean, I beat the game on PS3 and I was playing a lot online on PS3, but obviously when I upgraded to the Xbox One, I was playing a lot more Forza than anything else, so I didn't really play much online GTA, so I don't really have much money, which is why today we're just going to be sticking with the offline. Now, I did a couple PS3 GTA videos in the past. Oh man, come on. People did seem to like them, but yeah, when we made the PS3 build videos, a lot of people were wondering why I wasn't making Xbox One videos. Basically, because I just didn't have the money in the Xbox One GTA game. But now I do. So what I'm gonna do is just get a couple of builds going, man, because I know in GTA there's some pretty decent. Cannot be stored in this, and it looks like I already own the garage, so I guess what we're gonna just do is scour the streets, buy up some cars that look halfway decent. Now what I'm looking for is there is a pickup truck that looks quite a bit like a Toyota Tundra, and I would love to build one of those because I did recently just buy a Toyota Tundra. Now let me see if I can go onto the phone. Oh, we can go ahead and buy a helicopter. I could use one of those. What's the cheapest chopper we can get here? 5 mil, 1.5. The Maverick. Let's go ahead. Buy up one of the Mavericks real quick. Not sold. Purchase failed. Nowhere to store it. Alright, I guess we got to upgrade our housing as well. Plus our vehicle storage. But let's see if we can buy that Toyota pickup. Damn, the Vapid. I'm not exactly sure what that truck is actually called here. Got the Sand King there. Oh, damn, with the Rolls Royce. What do you guys think? Should we cop the Rolls? Let's go ahead and buy up the Rolls, man. I think we'll get this one in straight black.
Oh, okay.
No big deal. Now, one of the things about GTA is, especially online, the money is so hard to make, and it goes real quick when you're buying vehicles and stuff like this. So it doesn't look like that pickup truck's there, so I'm just going to cruise around the neighborhood until I find a car that I think would be cool to soup up here. This video is going to be a little longer than our usual 10-minute Forza build, because we're also going to be playing some GTA as well. Just made my way here to Los Santos Customs, and I'm just gonna cruise around here. Not really the best area for what I'm looking for, but We're gonna see now. I wouldn't mind building out one of these, the kind of Lincoln vehicles, maybe in like a lowrider. I know they do have the wire wheels. Maybe we'll do one of those as well. Now, it's always when you're looking for a specific car that they seem to glitch out and always have the same cars over and over and over again, which is kind of what we're seeing here. So this process might take a little while here. But luckily, through the magic of editing, when I roll up on what I'm looking for, I'm gonna let you guys know. I think I might have just passed the GTO there, which might be pretty sick. Let's see if we can see what this car is all about right now. You know what? I kind of like that, especially with the drop top. So I think we're gonna have to commandeer this vehicle real quick. Now, if this wasn't a drop top, I don't think it would interest me quite as much, but because it is, I think this thing needs to get that special treatment right now. So we're gonna roll out to the garage real quick. Hopefully this guy doesn't call the cops on me or anything like that, but I think we're pretty much out of there scot-free. Didn't put up too much of a fuss. So let's see if we can get this thing looking right. Definitely doesn't sound the greatest, but it handles pretty decently. I guess after all, it is a muscle car. Pulling up to the garage. Now let's get a before shot here. Hopefully we can get rid of those mirrors. I can't say that I'm a big fan of those mirrors. Those are a little JDM for a car like this. The classy stallion, baby. Let's get it. So I guess we're gonna have to repair the vehicle first and foremost. Now as far as armor goes, I don't usually put armor on, but these cars, after a couple really heavy crashes, they can get pretty damaged. So I guess we'll put it on for today's video. I mean, I guess we do have the money. We'll go ahead, throw on the race brakes there. Now as far as the engine, I think we're just gonna fully upgrade that. I mean, we do have the money for it. Love that front little emblem there, classy. Let me see if I can get a shot. Classic. So let's see the horn. I don't really care about the horns all that much. The lights, we are gonna go ahead and put on the neon kit, which the headlights are not on at this current moment, so we can't see them. I do like the white plate, so we're gonna go ahead and leave that. Now as far as the paint goes, let's see what we got as far as pearl essence. I wouldn't, oh, this vehicle can't have, must have a metallic paint job, so let's throw a metallic. Now I want to see like a purplish, reddish, kind of maybe a red base coat with like a dark purple pearlescent. So let's go ahead and see what this looks like with some pearls on it. I can barely tell, in all honesty, what half of these colors look like. You can really not even notice them. So yeah, I don't think that was the way to go for our paint job. We do have some gold, aluminum. I don't think we're gonna do that. Let's check out, maybe we can find some purple metallic paints here, because I do want to see a nice dark you know, purple that you might see on like an old school Cuda or something like that. I think would be a nice touch on this. I wouldn't mind having some black racing stripes too. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with the purple with the blue pearlescent. Wasn't really what I was looking for initially, but I think this is actually gonna look pretty good. Oh, we do have the option for some different roofs here, it looks like. Or the hardtop. I gotta say, this thing looks pretty hard with the hardtop. Like I did say, oh man, I'm kind of torn. I said it was the drop top that sold me, but I mean, for $100 we can have the black rag top, which, you know what, I gotta say, I'm gonna go for it, man, on this one. So we're gonna go ahead and install that. Competition suspension didn't really lower this thing too much, but we're gonna add those the suspension up anyways. Turbo, most definitely. I want this thing to be as fast as possible. Now comes the fun part. So I'm thinking we're gonna throw on some muscle car wheels, but we are gonna check out our options because I still want them to have a nice stance to them. We got some TE37s here. Now I'm not gonna lie, I do want to throw those on something, but I don't think this is going to be the car. Now we got some Eleanor looking wheels here. They look pretty dope, but this is not a Mustang, so I don't think we're gonna throw those on here. Now I do really like the 5 spokes here, the Super 5s, and in all honesty I think this is gonna be the way to go. Just black them out. The 5 spokes I think really give it a nice muscle car look. We can do either blacked out or a black steel. I think that's looking pretty dope on there. Windows, obviously, we're going to have to drop that limo tint on. And I think as far as the car goes, that's pretty much it. So let's exit the garage, see what this thing looks like. Now, it is quite dark in here, so what I think I might do... Oh, this thing is a beast, man. Let's rip this thing. I want to go back to the garage. And we're going to go in the garage, bring this car inside. Whoa. Okay, this thing is a handful right now. Especially from inside the car. It's back and forth, back and forth. We're going to go inside the garage. Hopefully there's some nice lighting in there. And we're going to do our little walk around in there. And then we're going to get out here. And we're going to pick up another car. And probably, I don't know how many spots are in that garage. I don't think it's very much. A little bit low on the power end there. I don't think there's very much space in that garage. So what I might do... I don't know. I'm going to have to figure out which house I can buy that has the most parking because, whoops, there's got to be a spot with a little bit more parking here that we can buy. Now, that's one thing that I'm a little bummed out is that by killing Michael, I essentially cut my car storage down. Sure, I think Franklin and Trevor still got more money with Michael being dead. But I think I did cut down on my car storage, which I think is probably going to be a problem. So let's go ahead and enter the garage here, store this thing. It looks like I got a couple cars already in here. But damn, look at that with the black wheels. Select a special vehicle. The Elegy RH8, if I'm not mistaken, that's the GTR. So let's go ahead and use that vehicle. And we're going to use the Elegy as our, just our search vehicle here. Just while we cruise around to find our next victim. Now, like I said, I would really like to get the Toyota pickup truck. So what I think we might do here... Instead of cruising around the same area, I'll set our GPS for somewhere else that'll maybe hopefully refresh the cars that are cruising around us. I'm going to see a few different cars here, specifically the IROC. Looks like the Cadillac STS. That's also a car that I wouldn't mind building, but I think we'll save that one for a separate video. Unless we keep seeing it pop up. We might do it, I'm not gonna lie. We might do it if I keep seeing it. But it looks like we got a couple classic cars here, and I wouldn't mind doing a lowrider build. What do you guys think? We'll jump in here, do a nice Cadillac Fleetwood, this thing looks like.
Oh, no. Shit.
I don't even know what this thing would be. Maybe a Lincoln?
Come on, move.
Sorry, boys. I need this thing. I need this thing. So let's roll back to Los Santos Customs real quick. I think we can hit the one that's in town because we are, in fact, in town here. Now for this one, I don't really want to do something that's that fast because we do have... Oh, that red Lincoln looks sick, though. I like that. Because obviously we just did the muscle car build, but I wouldn't mind seeing... I don't even know what this thing is, man. I'm going to have to look. This is some sort of a Cadillac or a Lincoln or something like that. But yeah, man, let's take this thing in, see what we can do with it. So many cars that I want to do. I'm going to try to see how many builds I can pack into this video without it being over an hour. Maybe 30-40 minutes we might be able to do. But we'll see how much editing I have to do here. Let's go ahead and repair the vehicle. Now this one I'm not going to do too much work to as far as the body armor goes, because obviously this isn't going to be a car that we're going to be running in cops from. This thing's going to be a low and slow. Now those over fenders look absolute crap. I do want to do the brakes because every car I believe in this game needs the brakes. Let's check out our options for the bumpers here. Kind of a little chrome bumper there. This one is also chrome, and then we got the little lip extension. Not really a fan of any of those. I feel like this car can stick with the stock bumper. As far as the rear bumper goes, we do have the little curb feelers, which would be pretty cool for a lowrider build. You know what? Nah, I'm just not feeling them, man. I get their purpose, but I'm just not really a big fan. Engine, we're gonna soup it up a little bit because this thing was pretty slow. As far as the engine bay goes, I don't think we're gonna need any of these big blowers or anything here. Like I say, this thing's gonna be a pure lowrider build. As far as the exhaust pipes, I feel like the dual or the quad tip here, I feel like that's a nice look. The fenders, I think we'll go ahead and skip on those. Now the grill is one thing I was hoping that we could do some stuff to, but that's not exactly what I had in mind, so I guess we'll go ahead and leave the grill alone. Horns, again, I don't really care too much for, but I guess. And I think we found our winner there, musical horn number 1. That's just a classic. Let's go ahead and upgrade our lights. Again, the lights, can we even, neon color. What's this say? Sorry, your vehicle must have neon layout. I don't even, this is underglow neons. Yeah. I think front, back, and the sides. Front and side, back, everything. Let's do it all, man. So now for the color, I'm thinking we're gonna do like a greenish color on this one for the paint, so I'm gonna go ahead and put green neons on here. Now the plate, I would like to see just the plain white. I think that's probably the best look for me. So let's go ahead and paint this thing now. Like I say, we're basically looking for a greenish metallic paint on this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and see what we can find. Now the bright green, not looking too bad. Lime green, a little too much. I think the bright green is probably exactly where we want to go with this one. So let's go ahead and pick, not the dark green, the bright green, 650. Not too bad. And then let's go ahead and add some pearlescent on top of this thing and see if we can get like some pink flake or something like that to show up in it. Now we do have the yellow that shows up pretty nice, which I do like. And I think we're going to have to go with the yellow. Nothing else really does it for me on this one. So let's go ahead and do that. And we do have a secondary color, and I'm not sure. I think this might be possibly the roof, hopefully, because I don't like, hopefully. All right. So let's go ahead and install. Can we do the lime green roof? We don't even have black on here, man. That's a problem. Secondary color, classics. Let's see what we got here. Just black is all I need. I think the bright green roof is gonna look pretty decent. I think that looks pretty close there. It's got a little bit more of a yellow hue to it, but that's quite all right. Transmission, let's go ahead and throw a sport transmission on this thing. For 2,500 bucks, I guess we'll install the turbo. And now comes the part that I think's really going to tie this car together, and that's going to be the wheel type. So let's see, get some lowrider wheels happening here. Now I'm looking for a nice small wire wheel, maybe with the center little twist on lug. A lot of these wheels are kind of big, but I think the wired wheel here or the big worm, I think we're gonna go with the big worm on this one. Wheel type, the big worm's gonna look pretty good. Let's see if we can do kind of like a yellow goldish insert here. The gold right there is looking mint. As far as tires go, let's see if we can get some white walls on here. We can, but I don't know, man. It makes the tire look way too big, so I think we'll stick with the black tires. Tire smoke, we don't need any tire smoke. We are not going to be smoking the tires on this thing. Windows, we are going to do some limo tint on, obviously. And it looks like that's it. I was hoping we could have lowered this thing a little bit, but dang. No low rider suspension, eh? Okay, I see you guys. But that's okay. I still think this thing looks the part. That underglow is sick right now. Now, this thing was never supposed to be a fast car, but I am kind of interested just to get this thing rolling, see what it looks like when it's driving down the road, especially with that green underglow, man. This thing is looking dope, man. I'm really happy with the way that this thing turned out, so let's do it. Low and slow back to the garage, baby, and then let's see if we can find that dang old pickup truck, man. Now, we do still have the turbo on here. We did upgrade the engine a little bit. And we also upgraded that transmission. So this thing's not going to be completely slow. Oh, yeah, man. This thing is looking dope. Mud Runner. We just downloaded some Mud Runner. Let me know if you guys want to see some builds or some gameplay with that. I actually recently got the Xbox Game Pass, which... there's a few games on there. There's some pretty cool, like, I don't know, I guess first-person games and, like, adventure games and stuff like that. I was kind of hoping for a few more racing games, but Mud Runner was one of the few kind of racy games. Oh, and he crashes it, man. Completely smashes. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm going to play that, give it a shot, maybe make a couple of videos. Winter is coming here in Canada, so I'm going to probably be playing a few more video games than I generally would in the summertime. I'm getting pretty much ready to buckle down here. So yeah, man. We're going to run this thing down to the garage here, store it up. Now, one thing I do want to do is throw this thing into the garage and basically repair the damage on it, and then take it back out and take a picture. So let's throw it in the garage so the damage repairs, and then we'll bring it out. So as you can see, we got a full house here, only four cars here. So I think I have to... get rid of a couple of these cars now. I'm not really emotionally attached to the Bentley, and I'm really not, or the Rolls Royce, sorry, and I'm really not that attached to the GT500. So I think we'll take the Rolls out real quick, and see what our next victim's gonna be. Now, I'm still on the hunt for that pickup truck, but at this point, I'm pretty much open to anything. I mean, I'm just kind of having fun grabbing random cars, souping them up a little bit. What we might do is take a mission out to the country here. I want to buy up this hangar because then I'm going to be able to buy like some choppers, some planes, and hopefully there is some more car storage up there. So let's go ahead and set our GPS out there, and the drive looks like it's going to be quite a bit, 4.6 miles, but I guess with the magic of editing, you guys won't have to wait that long. Now, I think it looks like I might be able to take the train tracks pretty much up to this point, so I'm going to run the tracks for as long as possible just to avoid any traffic that I might hit. Oh, that was literally the end of the line right there, so I guess we'll jump back on the road and just have to deal with the traffic, I guess, on this one. Oh, buddy, rolling in the RV. Now, with us now being out in the country, I'm kind of hoping that there's a few more pickup trucks. Hopefully we can find that that look-alike Tundra out here. Because in all honesty, that's the one that I'm after. And is this it? No, that's the Ford F350. Yeah, man, still on the hunt here. Almost there, almost there. And it looks like that's our truck right there. Does have a trailer attached to it. I'm gonna have to pull this guy over real quick. Whoa, 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 he's getting away from us. Back into bros, back into bros. Now, I'm sure it won't be the last one that I find, but just in case it is, we need to get that truck, man. Let's go ahead and pull this guy over. I need that, buddy. This thing basically looks exactly like the truck that I recently just purchased. We're gonna bust off that trailer real quick because we don't need that. And let's hit the road with this thing, man. Now mine is a dark blue, so what I want to do is paint this thing dark blue and also basically just paint it and make the truck look the way that I would as if I had endless amounts of money and I could do that. But first, let's go ahead and jump into the hangar here and see if we can actually store vehicles here. Because if we could, that would be, you know, we'd be able to kill two birds with one stone. Be able to get some planes as well as store a couple more cars. So let's roll up on the sign here. Only Trevor can purchase this property. Well, isn't that a bummer? Now that's another thing. There's going to be some properties that only Michael can purchase that I'm not going to be able to. So I guess it's back to the pay and spray here. Los Santos Customs. And let's go do some modifications to our second gen Toyota Tundra. And this one right here, man, I think this is going to be the title of this video. Whoa. Walter White out here. Oh, yeah? Oh, they're running. I thought they wanted some beef. Alright, well now the cops are after me, so we're going to have to just scoot off of the road here. Oh, we got some rednecks after us too. That must have been one of their homeboys. Police and rednecks. So hopefully we can outrun these people in our truck here. Let's see, we already kind of lost him, so I think we'll roll down. Oh, and he rolls down alright. I think we'll just roll down to the beach here until the hazard passes. And roll we did. Now this thing, unlike a real Toyota Tundra, is sounding a little bit haggard right now, so I think we're going to have to baby this thing until we do get to Los Santos Customs. And I think we just ran over somebody, but I think they were also hiding in a bush, so they kind of deserved it. And to be honest, I'm kind of glad that I did pick up this pickup truck, because it looks like oh, guy almost got hit again. It really does look like it's been the only truck that I've seen on the whole time that I've been driving it around here. So let's jump into the pay and spray, and I think I can actually buy this one. I don't think I can store any vehicles here, but I might be able to buy this. Let's go ahead and purchase that up real quick. Actually, you know what? I don't really need it. I got lots of money, and it'll take me a while to make back 300,000, so I don't think I'm really going to buy that, man. I think we're going to go ahead and pass and just be a customer on this one here. So let's pull this thing into the garage, and we're going to basically do this thing up as I would to my truck in real life. So we don't need armor, but because this thing is a big truck, and I think that it kind of broke down a little too quick there after getting damaged, I think we're going to have to go and soup that up just a little bit. Now mine does have a lip, and it does look like this one has a pretty decent lift. I actually threw an F350 lip on my Toyota Tundra, and I gotta say, man, the thing looks like an absolute beast. It really makes the front end look beefy. LED headlights, a must. I also have LED headlights on my truck, so we're gonna have to go ahead and install those. We're not gonna be installing any neon kits. Now here in Canada, we do have or in Ontario I should say, the new blue plates. But because my truck still has white plates, we're gonna go ahead and install those. Now, as far as the color goes, I don't think I'm going to be painting my truck, so I think I am going to be going with like the navy blue that my truck is, and then basically just building everything out, lowering it, putting on the wheels, tinting it, and all that stuff. Because I'm not gonna lie, I do not mind the navy blue paint on that truck, and this is pretty much it right here, the dark blue. I mean, mine might be a little bit darker, but that is essentially what my truck looks like right there. So we're gonna go ahead, build that up a little bit more, install some suspension. We're gonna go pretty much all out, install the transmission, upgraded turbo on this thing, and now comes the fun part, the wheels. Now, in all honesty, these wheels really don't look that bad. I think these are pretty nice on this truck. That's as far as I can go. This is a big truck right here, but let's go ahead and check out a few different options here. I wouldn't mind getting like some 24 by 12s with like a -50 or a 60 offset, something like this, but just really wide. I think would look really dope on this truck. But let's go ahead. I like those too, man. Those are a nice look. Those I even wouldn't mind having on a truck in real life. Really am a big fan of these. I think those are going to be the ones right there, man. Especially if we can paint Fagorm. Not really a big fan of the name, but I think they do look dope. And if we can paint, it looks like, oh yeah, I see what they're going for there. So we got the chrome lip and then the black insert, and I think this wheel is going to be the way to go, most definitely. I think, you know, black is really a color that you can't go wrong with. So we're going to go ahead and install that. Now we're going to throw on some tire letters. Not really a fan on tire letters on trucks. Now my truck is going to be a street truck. I am going to get some pretty, I wouldn't say low profile tires, but my tires aren't going to be off-road tires because, well, my truck's only a two-wheel drive. So let's go ahead and back this thing out and see what we got. Now, it is going to be a long drive back to the city. Oh, man, look at this thing. Dang, Larry. I feel like we should be taking this thing back to the house right now. Wow. That's a beast right there. But I think for today's video, what we'll probably do is stick with our Toyota Tundra build here. Since this is the truck that I've been saying from the, you know, the very beginning of this video, this is the truck that I've been wanting to get the video of. So what I think I'm gonna do here is just jump out real quick, do a little walk around. What I think we might even do is bust out the camera phone here and take the screenshot for our thumbnail here. I think I should have walked around to the right angle, I think. We'll go ahead and take that photo. Save it to gallery. But I think this thing is looking mint, especially with those black wheels. I feel like it's a really nice touch on this thing. Let's go ahead and I guess we'll get the thumbnail from the outer camera here. Capture the screenshot, upload that to my drive so I can get that screenshot. Upload to Xbox Live. And we'll also upload that to my OneDrive. And yeah, man, let's get this thing back to the truck. Now there is a clothing shop up here, and this is where the paint spray is. So what oh, that was buying the paint spray. I was gonna say, was that a garage right there? What I want to do actually is I think we might have to roll back up in here and pick up that F350 right there, man. Hopefully it's still here when we get back, but we're gonna make the small trip back to the city here. Oh, just took out a deer. Nice. So this thing isn't really the fastest. I wish we could have taken this junk out of the back. Man, there's all kinds of wildlife out here. But because this is basically, took him out. Because basically this is the car that I own in real life, kind of like driving the cars that I own in video games. But I think we are going to go back and scoop up that F350. Hitting the jumps too. Now there are other F350s out there. But I don't know, that thing just looked extra beefy for some reason. Makes this little truck look like puny out here. Alright, well, she took a beating, but she is back in one piece. So let's go ahead and throw this thing in the garage in replacement of our Rolls Royce, which, RIP, that thing was pretty sick though, still. Oh, we actually didn't do the little walk around of this since it wasn't completely trashed. Thing's looking fire, man, not gonna lie. So what I think we're gonna do now is jump up in the GT500 real quick. Again, don't have very much emotional attachment to this car. I think it was just something that I picked up randomly when I was cruising around. And I think what we're going to do is jump back and get that F350. So let's go ahead and take a cruise out there and see if we can pick that thing up. Now, I almost wouldn't mind taking a cab out there. Maybe if we can see a cab anywhere, we'll see if we... Oh, there's a cab right there. Let's see if we can jump in this cab real quick. I think it's double tap triangle. Alright. So we'll get a cab out there because I don't really want to waste any time right now. Let's get out there and we'll skip it for the extra cost. And if this thing is here... Oh, which it's not. Oh, man, that's such a bummer. But there goes one right there. Oh, man. Oh, bud. We lost it, man. I don't know. Let's see if we can find another one of those trucks somewhere out here. I'm sure there's got to be another one somewhere. Oh, and would you speak of the devil? Right there, buddy. Yeah, I hear you. I'm coming. I think this might be the truck right here, man. Let's take this thing into the garage real quick. Soup this bad boy up and take her back to the city. And this will be our fourth and final car to fill that garage. And then I'm going to have to find another way to store more cars. What's happening here? Dang, can you not soup this thing up? No way. It's closed. They said it's closed. What? How does that even happen, man? So I guess what we'll try to do is run back down to the next Los Santos Customs and see if we can soup this thing up, because I don't want to let this one go. So I'll get back to you guys when we get back to the city here. Of course, taking the off-road route. Alright, so we just got to the second Los Santos Customs. Hopefully it's open here. Alright, we're good, we're good. So we're going to run up in here, and it's time to soup this bad boy up. Hopefully, I wouldn't mind it to look exactly like the truck that we found out there with the lip, the camper top as well. So we're going to see if we can replicate it. The only thing I wouldn't mind changing is probably actually the color itself. So let's go ahead. We're fully upgrading this thing. I think it deserves it. Front bumper. There we go. Now we're talking. Not really into the tow hitch, but that front lip is definitely where it's at. As far as the chassis goes, we got the roll bars, but I want that camper top right there. That's what I'm after. The bed cap. Engine, we're going to completely soup this thing up. Fuel tank. Ooh. Not really digging that all that much. It's kind of cool, but not exactly what I'm looking for. The grill, I really like the stock grill with the lights in it. I think it's a nice touch. Horn, we're not going to bother. Actually, you know what? With the horn, let's go ahead and throw that truck horn on there.
Like my gay cousin.
As far as the lights go, let's go ahead and drop in some xenon headlights. The plate, again, don't mind the white plate on there, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Oh, no, we're not ready. Respray. This comes the fun part right here. We're just going to stick with some classic colors. Maybe a red. Maybe a blue. I don't know. Maybe if there's like an army green. I really like the red right there. Let's go ahead and drop that Torino red on there. We're going to do the same for the secondary colors because I think the two-tone just really dates this truck, and I think it looks much better all in one color. Almost looks like an excursion or something like that. So let's go ahead and check out this sunshade here. That's kind of cool, but I think we'll just leave that stock. Suspension, are we lowering the suspension or are we leaving it lifted? I think we got to leave the suspension alone. This is a truck, man. We're not messing around with that. The race transmission, though, 10 grand. Pretty expensive, as well as the turbo. I think on a car, the turbo is only like 2,500. And now comes the fun part, the wheel. Now, they do have some off-road wheels, but if you guys remember that baby blue one that we saw, I don't know if I'm going to split these videos up or if I'm going to just do one completely long video, but I want to get some nice big wheels on here, and the ones that we did see the last time we saw this truck, I'm not sure if they're SUV wheels, high-end wheels. I'm just going to skim through a couple options, let you guys know when I find something that I like. So I think what we might do... man, there's a lot of pretty decent wheels. I think what I might do is run these Cheetah double R's and paint them black. Now, I like the spoke pattern on these, and I do like the fact that there's a little bit of concave on the wheel itself. So we're gonna go ahead, I think, and install those and just paint them black, man. I think that's gonna be a nice touch for this truck, especially when we tint up the windows right now. So let's go ahead and drop some dark limo tint on this thing, and that's pretty much all she wrote for this car. This truck, I should say. Now, in the nighttime, those headlights just looking absolutely sick. This thing is proper sick, man. I want to get out of this thing and just do a quick rock around. I wish we could have kept the headlights on, though. You know what? I did say that I wanted the Toyota to be our thumbnail. But I think this is going to be it right here, man. That F350 build right there, man. This thing is looking like an absolute monster right now. And that's because it is. So sick, man. So let's take this thing back to the garage. And I think that's going to pretty much be all that she wrote, man. For this video, because if I do plan on making, let me know what you guys think. You guys want to see one like really long video, like a whole hour just playing like straight GTA, or do you guys want to see like, you know, do you guys want to see like shorter 10-15 minute clips of me just building cars and stuff like that? I did notice that, you know, the Forza videos getting a little bit stale and things like that, so I figured GTA would be a nice addition to the channel, especially if we're still kind of mixing in a little bit of like, you know, building cars as well as playing the game itself. So we'll see how the views do in the next couple of weeks compared to just like the 10-15 minute videos that I normally do. But I think overall this video has been a pretty good success. We got our full 4-car garage filled. Now I'm gonna have to figure out where the big garage is that I can store more vehicles. I'm hoping that it wasn't only Michael that could buy that big garage, but if it was, I might have to go back and try to replay the entire game again, and then I guess leave Michael alive. So we're just gonna go ahead, park this thing up in the garage real quick, and I guess put an end to this video. This thing looks absolutely massive in here. Let's exit the garage and re-enter here, just so our truck is nice and fixed for when we end this one out. But as always, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. If you're not subscribed already, definitely do so. I guess I'm going to be playing a little more GTA now as opposed to the Forza, just because I don't know, I'm not gonna lie, the Forza is getting a little bit just a little bit boring for myself as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. So as always, I'm your boy Denali, aka Don Squally, and we gonna catch y'all mofos at the next one, man. Peace. Recovery of a lifetime. Oh fuck! Oh no! Oh! Fuck! Yeah, just keep on rolling there. Yeah. Don't worry about the racer anymore.